Welcome to another episode of Healthy Cooking with me, Chef Keith. This is a show where I will show you how to make healthy meals in the comfort of your very own kitchen. But before I go any further, let me thank our sponsors who've made this show possible, and they are WGLRO.com, Meet My Types Matchmaking, Urban Grandstand Digital, Scott's Cares Foundation, Blends to Blends Juice Bar Boutique, Renovations, and New Covenant of Praise Worship Center. For today's tasty dish, we're going to make Parmesan chicken. So I'm just going to start by sharpening up my knife here. Now, people eat a lot of chicken, yes, I know, and the thing is that chicken can get boring, but there are a lot of ways to prepare it. So with this particular recipe, I'm just giving you another option on what you can do in order to prepare a different type of dish. And right here, what I'm going to do is I have 2 pounds of chicken. Alright, and of course, which is equal up to about 2 breasts, but especially for those of you who are eating light, or you know, you're trying to cut back on portions, this meal can work out pretty well for you as well. So what I got here, as you can see, I took 2 chicken breasts. I'm just going to cut this piece off here, and there's another breast piece here, and I'm just going to butterfly this one a bit. Just open it up here. Alright, so let's see. So that's how we have it looking, just like that. Okay, so like I said, got this piece here, another piece here. I can sort of clean this up a bit. I can still cook those extra pieces, but right here, see, half a breast will be a portion. So what we're going to do here is, and then I'm making this for 5, one being a smaller child, my son, who's 10, but I'm making this for 5. So 2 pounds of chicken breast, and this will feed 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do next here is I am going to flatten my chicken out. Whoops, that made a loud noise, didn't it? Alright, so I'm just going to take the extra piece of chicken here and put them to the side in a bowl. Okay, and I got my little cleaver here, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up my bag here if it wants to cooperate. There we go. What happens when you're shooting it live. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my half a chicken breast in the plastic here, and you see I'm going to take a paper towel over the top of it. Now I'm just going to hit it with the cleaver like this and move away from the middle of the meat. Okay, and so I'm not going to have you listen to me bang on the table like that. So, but I'm just telling you what I'm going to do, so when I come back, you'll see what all of the pieces are looking like. So, let's take a look after I see that. That's what those chicken breasts look like now, those pieces. And so, I mean, for the most part, they've been tenderized as well. See? They get all thin on you like that. So that's pretty much what we're looking for as far as our size. Alright, so from here, let's take the next step. Okay, and for our next step, what we're going to start with here, we're going to get our second bowl. Alright, let's just move this stuff out the way. Move this stuff out the way. Alright, move our cutting board for the most part. Alright, so we're just going to start with our bowl here. Alright, and for our bowl, we're just going to start with some flour. I mean, it's a really, really simple recipe here. And I'm going to use a cup. Just about a cup of flour here. Just to start with. Maybe, yeah, a cup is good. Let's see what we got. Alright, we'll start with a cup. And we're going to use a tablespoon of pepper, and we're going to use a tablespoon of salt, keeping that real simple. Okay, our second bowl, we're going to use 2 eggs here. Okay, and we're going to use a little bit of water, about a quarter of a cup here. And we're going to go ahead and beat everything to a nice smooth consistency here. Everything mixed together. Alright. My salt, pepper, and my pepper and my flour. Simple mixture here. Just going to toss that. Okay. Let's move all these things to the side. Okay. And we're going to grab another bowl, which obviously I'm using everything else. I got to use this huge bowl. But I will survive. Our oven is ready because I'm going to make some garlic bread as a side. I'm going to use a cup of breadcrumbs here. Cup of breadcrumbs, and I'm going to use a cup of freshly grated parmesan as well. Gotta get it open here. I am container open challenged, I could tell you. Alright, so we're going to use a cup there as well. So a cup of the grated parmesan, a cup of, and that's freshly grated parmesan, so that's not the stuff that you use for spaghetti. I mean, you know, when you buy in that little green plastic can, it's not that stuff. Alright? And there we go with that. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to start with our flour. Remember, it's kosher salt. Alright. We use some cracked black pepper here. And just let's get one of these chicken breasts. That wants to be our first contestant. And we're just going to do a job coating. Just make sure that we get a nice coat on there. Alright. Alright, so we want to take off the excess. We're going to take off the excess flour. Alright. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and transfer over to our egg wash, which has some water in it. about a 1/4 cup with 2 eggs. I'm going to shake off the excess there. And from there, we're going to go right over to our breadcrumbs. Alright. Right over to our breadcrumbs. And now, of course, like if you run out of breadcrumbs or any of these ingredients, of course you can add more to it. But like I said, so that you don't waste, these are like the minimum to start off with if you're going to use 2 pounds. So if you're using just 1 pound of breadcrumbs, I would probably suggest, I mean not 1 pound of breadcrumbs, 1 pound of chicken breast. I would suggest using 1 egg, 1/8 cup of water, you know, so forth. So you want to just cut everything in half. And of course, if you want to do more, of course you want to double. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and put that onto a separate pan. Alright, and I'm going to show you the process one more time to make sure, family, that you have it down packed. Alright, that's 1 of these slices, like scallopini. Alright, and we can use a spoon to get any places that were not covered. Okay, and there, we're good. Go ahead and get that ready. Alright, and we're going to just bring over our egg wash here. And see that? Get that nice and coated. Beautiful. Remember, drip off the excess egg or your breadcrumbs are going to get all clumped up. Then bring your breadcrumbs back again. Run everything through the breadcrumb bath here. And remember, this is breadcrumbs and freshly grated parmesan. Now I was going to use a block of parmesan, but to keep prices down for those of you who might be balling on a budget, this will work just fine for you. So you see that? I'll show it to you what it all looks like. Alright, see, nice and easy. Okay. So I got my my chicken ready to go, my Parmesan chicken ready to go. I'm just heating up my skillet. So in the process, what I'm going to do is go ahead and make the topping for it, which is basically a salad on top of the chicken, how you'll serve it. And what I got here is I have some nice radicchio, some baby lettuce, and some greens here. And this is formerly known as spring mix. Gives you a nice little color here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just make a little dressing that I'm just going to toss real quick. Alright. So I'm going to use 1 lemon. I use a lemon juice often, but you guys know that. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze, get all my lemon juice out of there. And nice and easy. Alright, just going to take, so I'm going to use 1 whole lemon, which is a cup. Well, this will be about a half a cup actually. And I'm just going to get all the nice juice out of there. Alright, I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it right here into my measuring cup. It's our lemon. Alright, so from there I'm going to add some olive oil. And just enough olive oil to complete 1 cup here. I'm going to use a little pepper, about a tablespoon. I'm going to use a tablespoon of salt in here. Okay. And for a little added something, I'm going to use a half a tablespoon of garlic. Just going to stir that up. Okay. Alright. See, nice and easy vinaigrette. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pour my vinaigrette all over our greens and then parmesan. Okay, so I'm just going to toss our spring mix here, and this is our parmesan. This is our homemade vinaigrette with a little garlic, and now we're going to go ahead and go to the stove to make our parmesan chicken. Okay, so we're back over to the stove here, and I'm just going to use a tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm going to use another tablespoon of butter. I'm going to get that ready. Just going to give that a chance to get all nice and buttery. And this is a real simple process because we've already done all the hard work. Okay. Alright, so first things first, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in our first slice of heaven right there. Nice and easy. And all we're going to do is cook each one of these for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. So I'm just going to use one more in here. And they're easy to cook when you lay them flat like that. Alright, so we're going to go 2 or 3 minutes per side. And all we're doing is checking to make sure that each side, if we're just going to have a nice little golden brown color, should make it nice and easy to recognize. And remember, because we tenderized and made everything thin, it won't take as long to cook. Also, because we are using white meat, breast meat, so it cooks faster by default. So all we're doing is looking for a nice golden brown color on one side. Smells amazing. Could be that, or the delicious garlic bread that's baking in the oven. I didn't home make that, by the way, if you're wondering, family. I bought that from the store. It was on sale, 2 for $6. Alright, so there we go. So we're going to go ahead and check it now. We got our couple minutes in. See what we're looking for. Yep. Look at that color. Beautiful. Perfect. That's what we're looking for. looking for that color. Nice golden brown. And I started this one a little bit later. That's why I haven't flipped it yet. But it should be about time now. And that is what we're going for. Nice golden brown color. 2 to 3 minutes per side. Alright, so we're going to cook this for another 2 minutes and then back over to the table so that we can get a good look at how the final presentation is supposed to be. Okay, and there we have it. There is our Parmesan chicken. Nice and golden, nice and juicy as well. And all I'm going to do is take our fresh greens, dump them right over the top, and just going to go ahead and add a nice crusty piece of garlic bread to go. And there you have it. Nice and simple and easy to do and tasty.
Now, what do you think? Wasn't that simple? And once you try it, you'll find out just how tasty it will be. But before I let you go, I would just like to thank our sponsors who made this show possible once again. And they are WGLRO.com, Scott's Cares Foundation, Urban Grandstand Digital, Meet My Types Matchmaking, Blend to Blend, Juice Bar Boutique, Renovations, and New Covenant of Praise Worship Center. Now, remember to join me again next week as I'll show you how to make a tasty, affordable, and gourmet style meal in the comfort of your very own kitchen. So just remember, easy, healthy, tasty, gourmet style cooking is as close to you as you are to your kitchen. I'll see you next week.